Hey guys, I am about to do like a bedtime story time right now because I am in the bed, clearly, because I am definitely going back to sleep. But I just wanted to come do a really quick story time, and this is going to be about the time me and my friend had to deal with a child predator, child molester, whatever you want to call it. So, when I was in middle school, I was living in Fresno at the time. So, um, the way um me and all my friends got to school was the school bus. So we all met up in this one corner. We get on the bus, they take us to school. The bus picks us up in front of the school and then takes us back to the same corner. And then we all walk home. So where my middle school was, there was a Starbucks across the street. So me and my friend were like, this particular afternoon, for no real reason, we were like, hey, why don't we go to Starbucks? And then we could just walk home. Now, this was a really conscious decision because walking home for us from our school was an hour and a half walk. So we decided to go to Starbucks. We're going to chill and hang out. So then, we get to the Starbucks. It's just me and her. There's like this young guy working at the like cash register or whatever. So we get our caramel frappuccinos and we're sitting and we're just talking because we're like, we'll leave once we finish our drinks because we don't want to hold it while we're walking. And so this really, really super old guy walks in, and he's a white older gentleman, and so we saw him, didn't think anything of it, and so we continued our conversation. So he goes to order, and the way we're sitting is that we are facing the cash register, so we can see everyone who comes in. So me and my friend are talking, and we're like, talking about what happened at school, like at this point in time, like we had like a lot of drama going on, so we were just talking about like different stuff. And we were talking about the whole idea of like walking home is going to be like an hour and a half and like all this other stuff. And so, my friend's name was Ashley. And so me and Ashley are talking, and the older white guy walks up and he said something. Only Ashley heard it. I didn't really hear it. And then he walked off. And then we continued with our conversation because I guess it wasn't anything important really. And so then he comes back again, and this time he dropped a whole bunch of fucking quarters. Sorry, my language. Dropped a whole bunch of quarters on the ground. And so me and my friend were like, okay. And so my friend, with her foot, was pulling all the quarters towards her, and she picked them up without getting out of the chair. And then the guy was like, oh, you can keep them. And my friend was like, okay. And so then he walked away. And then my friend and my friend went to the bathroom because we were just like, oh, let's go to the bathroom together. And then like we'll come up with the game plan while we're in the bathroom. So we get in there and we're kind of like, what the heck, like, or whatever. And we get a knock on the door, and we're like, is he really knocking on the door? So we prop the door open, and it's the young guy that was at the cash register for Starbucks. So we're like, oh, hey, what's up? And he was like, are you guys okay? Like, he was kind of like, is that guy bothering you? I can kind of see you guys weren't really feeling that conversation. So I was like, yeah, he's being really creepy. He dropped all these quarters, and like my friend had all the quarters in a napkin. So the guy from Starbucks took the quarters and he put them in like the little, like give a penny, whatever, little bowl that they have at the register. And he was like, okay, so he was like, I'm gonna go talk to the guy and I'm gonna distract him, and then you guys can leave. And we were like, dope, thank you. I don't remember what the guy's name was, but shout out to him because he definitely kept that dude occupied. So he goes over to talk to the guy, and so we start walking out, and you could tell like the older guy wanted to stop the conversation because he saw us leaving. So we were like, well, let's walk fast, because even if he does end the conversation, he's still old. He's not going to be able to catch up with us, right? So we start walking, and I just so happened to turn around, and he was walking behind us. And so we were like, well, we gotta walk a long way. So like we'll see if, you know, he followed us, I kid you not, for like 20 minutes. And we were like, where does this guy live? And so me and my friend, we were like basically power walking for 20 minutes. Luckily, we were both in fucking shape because like if push had to come, if push came to shove, we was gonna have to bolt. And so eventually he stopped following us and like dipped. And so for like the longest time, we definitely just did not go to that Starbucks. But like, that was like pretty crazy. And I feel like there's been a couple of times where we've definitely had to like kind of like be very careful, like kind of we were doing, because I feel like in Fresno too, a lot of the times where you're not surrounded by a lot of people, so it's like if you're choosing to walk, like you got to be extra super careful, because especially like the way we had to walk, we had to walk by a whole bunch of neighborhoods, and then there was periods of time where it was like just nothing, and there's like not really a lot of cars going on and stuff like that, so it was like just super crazy. And I was just like, well, so for a while we didn't walk home anymore, but that was pretty crazy, because I guess like in my mind I'm thinking like he really just threw a whole bunch of quarters on the ground. Like it was just really creepy, because I felt like, is that how people get trapped? Like like I was supposed to pick up the quarters and you were gonna do what, you know? Because at the end of the day we were still sitting in Starbucks. There's just like mad people there, and then the guy at the register was kind of looking at you, trying to peep in your game. And mind you, we're in middle school, so we look young as heck, you know? So it's kind of like, why are you even talking to me or whatever? But I thought that was like pretty funny. So that was, well, not funny, but I think it's funny now. But back then, like we were actually really, really scared. So I think luckily, like me and her kind of were on the same. We were able to be on the same page without saying a lot. You know, it's not like we started freaking out like in front of the guy or whatever. I think that we played it very calm. Like the fact that she scooted the quarters with her foot lets me kind of like let us know what type of space he was in, because it was like he got irritated that she didn't get up to go do it. And then I think he even said that, like he was all like, oh, you're not gonna get up and pick him up, and she was like, no, I'm not. And it was strange little old man. And like I just couldn't. But I do actually have another story coming soon. I don't know. I might be doing it with a drive time with Bria, because I don't know how long the story is gonna be. I definitely I've had some weird experiences in Fresno, just like I've had some weird experiences in Huntington Beach, and now I'm living here where I am. So I definitely think that there's some things I can definitely tell. But anyways, that was gonna be pretty much it. I know it's not like a long video, but I don't have like super long story to tell like that. So bye.